Are you guys ready? This is Acid Roots, and we're going to talk about an R&B album, which is Robin Thicke's Paula. So this project came off the heels of Blurred Lines, and really the success of it. It was kind of, folks were wondering what's going to happen with Robin Thicke, mainly because, the problems with the song and the lawsuits that came about and his problems with his wife and whether or not he was going to have future songs that were going to get on the air. This was all just a big tirade of, nonsense. The whole thing was that, Robin Thicke, persevered and dropped an album. And I wanted to review this mainly because the attention that this album received, it did not necessarily get that much acclaim. And so I wanted to review it to show that it actually does have some songs on it worth hearing. And I don't want people thinking Robin Thicke just completely wiped out. He's, a has been, and he just doesn't have any sense of what's going on. The man is pretty competent, and I do think that, the music he makes probably, it has lastability. So this is not R&B for the mindset of, you're 18 or 23. It's more, I would look at it further down the road. But I like that approach because even though it's not, just in a bar or something, it's still got outgoing to it. And it is kind of, in addition to that, the fact that Robin Thicke is white, this shows a different side of things that not every R&B artist can capture. So this is definitely good. I've tried to do this just to get the full spread. So, R&B music should have like a uniform type mentality, not just, oh, well, it's obvious I'm going to get drunk and laid tonight, and that's the theme. This is still prevalent with Robin Thicke. It just also has a coding to it. So that's the main thing that I've found, and it's not there's not too many errors. This is not a perfect album. That's the only thing. It's better than expected, but I didn't, considering the promotion for this project was not very big, I didn't know where to go from. So I'm getting more used to Robin Thicke, but this is definitely something that I enjoy. So, as far as the production goes, there are some songs on here, like I was saying, that do have the upbeat style to them, but it's gonna be different from like a Jeremiah song or something, or an R. Kelly song. So Get Her Back, I recommend that one. You're My Fantasy was a real surprising one. That one's just so mellow but so hooky at the same time. Too Little Too Late was another one. Really, there's some surprises in there. A lot of this is more focused on it's hard to it's kind of built inward more than outward, and that's just the way I felt with it. So some of these songs, obviously the name of the album is Paula, but it's something to know. But really, I mean, the surprise to it is the fact that you can have a good time without considering that you're forlorn. That's something to know. Uh, So the unheard songs, which are songs that you may not have heard but need to. I think besides Get Her Back, which was the song that was released to radio, there's 5 other songs out of 14 that I liked. So the 6 songs I liked were You're My Fantasy, Get Her Back, Whatever I Want, Too Little Too Late, Tippy Toes, and Something Bad. Now Tippy Toes was a song I was on the fence about, but I'm thinking I might like that down the road. So most of these songs, the way that they work is that I'm trying to figure out how and when and where you would find places to play them, but it's got more of an open style to it. So that's definitely a thing. It's interesting seeing how Robin Thicke, goes about. It's just like any other person, but the the soundscape of it is different. So that's one thing to know. But it's fun. It's definitely fun, and it's obvious that it's fun. It's not restrained or anything. So the score, that I kind of recommend this, but I'm going to give this like a 4 out of 10, because 6 out of 14 is a little bit less than half. So I definitely felt like this was good, but I think he had something he wanted to get off his chest. It's obvious that he did, but really, just looking back on it, it could have been done in a more recreational way. That's just what I've thought, but there you go. It's an album. It's definitely now that this is 2 years ago and the dust is settled, it's good to go back and reinvigorate this project. So I give it a 4. The future, Robin Thicke is coming back, and the social score, which is how well it plays around you and a group of friends, I would say that I'm going to give it a 5 social, just because, it's surprising in the fact that it has more songs worth hearing outside of the radio song, and, it can be done, and there might be a few songs that other folks like. The audience is different from what I normally listen to, but there's lots of stuff on here to digest. So, can it be topped? I think the answer is yes, but this is still, I'm enjoying the process of this. I would like to see like a clone of this album with more electricity. I think that would have done it extremely well. So, once again, I give this album 4 and a 5 social.